Here we are back with Embrin in the studio. Hi guys, thank you so much for
Hello.
watching. And this is the evening panel session. We are still waiting for others to join us, and I'm so happy to share again the stage with Embrin. Just had a fun session with Stefan, and I'm always so relaxed at the end of the day when everything went well. And we are coming back, and then we are sharing the last session. It's always a great thing to do.
Yeah, it's good to be here again with you and sharing more experience, more knowledge. So it's always good to be back on a stage. Yeah.
So, we are talking about something that is very exciting, and I'm so happy to share this stage with you. And hopefully, later the others will join us. But
Sure, sure.
basically, every panel discussion is about the future of something, and it's
Hmm.
always about the topic of the week. So, this week we have personal development and digital wealth. And what we will talk about right now is about the digital wealth part. So, the
Yeah.
future of digital wealth, which is exciting, which is
Yeah.
something that, I don't know what you feel, but I feel that it's so buzzing right now that it can be
Yeah.
anything. And
I know. It's very exciting times these days because a lot of new things happening, and the way technology is rapidly growing. It's amazing. The pace is so accelerated. Like we used to think that maybe the new technology will take over in like maybe year or in 5 years, 10 years, but now it's changing so rapidly. Year after year, we see changes so much, and especially when we're talking about the digital wealth, it's all about like the bitcoins and the other ways of gaining like wealth. Now we don't see wealth as in terms of money if we look at the history, it's the wealth used to be like the coins and
yes,
just the trade off or something, and like we move from that till here to the point that we don't see the transactions happening in physical terms. It's like all through like from the back end, from the banks happening. We don't see these like the bags of money or the bags of coins in front of us. So it's all digital, and it's gonna be more. It's going to be developed more in the future, and we wouldn't even have anything in reality in physical terms. So
I think
yeah.
that's exciting because when you think about all these things, it's all about something that we couldn't even imagine before, right? Because
Yeah.
money was tangible. It started as a tangible little token that people were sharing and exchanging. First, it was just a product for a product, then it becomes something valuable for something, then they started the little tokens and coins, and then the gold came, and then different things, and it's just such a huge fast development of all these things, and to see that
Yeah.
and to live this time when a non-existing thing will replace the existing thing,
Yeah.
and then you are living it.
Yeah, absolutely. But that again gives us a lot of, or gives the chances to of lots of, I would say, the scams and these, because we've seen this, like even the bitcoins, the way it evolved. There were lots of people who joined, and then they were like, we found out that they were a scam, and a lot of people lost their money because I was watching that documentary on BBC, and it's like say that the biggest scam was some like Bitcoin queen, which actually created the wealth from lots of things. She created the hype so much, and then all of a sudden, after creating such huge impact, she disappeared. Like she's like one of the most most wanted criminals, like I say, by the agencies, but like no one could find, because so like these scams would be there, and people need to be more aware of all such scams, because with all these digital technology, there would be more chances of these breaches or these loopholes, where people who are smarter can work on that as well. So this is
I
another
totally
aspect.
relate to this. I mean, I remember watching an older movie which was
Mhm.
about stealing identity and stealing all
Yeah.
these, digital accesses, the bank accounts, and everything what we give online out, and
Mhm.
we are trusting that the platform itself will keep it safe.
Mhm.
And it's just so much trust towards something that we don't even know whether it's existing or whether it's something that we can believe in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's again, it is replacing the tangible physical entities. So, so like whatever is happening, yes, we see that it's like having all the transactions and everything, but what exactly is in our hands? So we don't know, and who is all doing all this data manipulation and of course everything. So it is going to be very interesting, and it's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
this
exciting. And
chance is
Iceland is
indicative.
saying that they will
Yeah.
about the citizen.
It's actually, yeah, Saudi is the first country which gave the citizenship to the robot. I don't remember the name that the girl robot, what was the name? Sophie. Sophie
Sophie,
was the,
yes.
yeah, yeah. So it was, and like Saudi Arabia is spending so much investing money on this AI and these robotic this thing. Like now the Neom is the city which would be like very futuristic. Everything would be AI based and thing would be very high tech. So yeah, it's we're going to witness all these changes and all these evolution of, I would say, human being from, I was because uh, there was a debate going on that like now the AI is coming, and what would be the role of human intelligence and
Yes,
with the
exactly.
AI,
Whether
because
it's
that's
replacing or not, yeah.
exactly. And then how much, so it's there, to be honest. For I see that as the AI is getting more intelligent, we also need to be more intelligent. Like we need to be more uh, powerful, more intelligent than these AIs as well. So the competition nowadays is not just the humans; it's also the AI, the machines. So and
The
these this
machines,
is
the
why we need to get,
technology, and everything, and
yeah.
there's so many things to learn. And I think that's the most important thing, to catch up with technology. And tonight we will
Absolutely.
speak a little bit of that. Let's see how the
Mhm.
conversation goes. But digital
Yeah.
wealth, I think we can start with the definition. What does it mean, and what can be part of it? Because first, everyone is just thinking about the new cryptocurrencies, but I believe there is a broadened understanding here that it's not just the cryptocurrencies, it's also how you can create money now online, and put all your finances online,
Mhm.
and how you can sell your services or books online, right? That's also
Yes,
part
yes.
of digital wealth creation.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is something that we need to uh, raise awareness also. That a lot of people only think that when we need to have to earn money or to raise wealth, it's like to selling something, the product or something. No, we need to be more on these like digital platforms, and how we can be when we are more present, people start seeing us as an expert or someone who can they can trust. And then when we offer some service or any product, they tend to believe in us. So like that's why it is very important to have the digital footprint everywhere and on different platform. And that's why like these social media platforms give us the right platform. And that, but that again, that is again, we need to choose that what exactly our target audience, where should we focus more, because of course all of these social medias platform provides certain opportunities, right? Like Insta has completely different audience, LinkedIn has completely different audience, and when we look at the, let's say, Twitter, it's completely different. And now it's going to be more exciting. Twitter is going to be, because now the leadership has changed, and
Yes,
so
and so
it's
much, so many plans, and so much,
so
so
many.
many things to announce. I just
Exactly.
reading the news.
Yeah, so many things happening. So yeah, that's why it's very important to have digital footprint, digital identity, I would say. There used to be a time when, people used to say that, go on a LinkedIn and have, it would be just a resume. It would be just a resume for the recruiters or something. Or maybe people used to go on social media to see like what's happening, let's say Facebook and everything. But now I think it's changed completely. There are a lot of people who are just consuming social media. I see that they would be at the loss. You just don't need to consume it, you need to leverage it. Because if you just consume it, you will be overwhelmed with these information. You need to pick and choose where exactly, what do you want, what information you want. And not only just use all the information. That is one thing that I've seen a lot of people doing this mistake, that they read like 50 books a year. Maybe they are on the social media following all the influencer, but at the end what they're doing, they're not creating anything. Like, you're just
Mm.
consuming and consuming. It's something that you need to give back. That's like, for example, and that is how, and that's why these digital platform, these social media, the role of digital media, social media, and these digital platform comes in, that they provide you access to reach out to your audience, and then create your identity. And then you give back, like whatever the information. Let's say if you're reading 50 books a year, you need to give back. You need to tell people that how they can use those knowledge. Because it's not all about just reading book and consuming all the knowledge. Is useless if you don't use it effectively, or if you don't use it. So that you need to pass on. And that's why it is important. And when you start sharing the knowledge, when you start creating your digital identity, that is how you can create also wealth. It's not only the wealth in terms of like financial or monetary terms. It's something that you're creating the wealth of information. You're sharing with the people, you're empowering people. And that's how it creates a trickle down effect. It creates a domino effect, that you are passing on the knowledge and information, and they are moving on further and further and further.
So I'm seeing the others
Hey,
joining in. I'm
finally.
just trying to fetch them whether the internet connection is good. So let's start
Yeah.
with Christian. Christian, can you hear us? Think it's a little bit slow for
Yes, I
both
can
of
hear
them.
y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, we
Yes,
can
we
hear.
can. We can.
Can you hear
So
me?
Yeah.
yes, we can.
Okay, I'm on my phone because I think the internet connection on the computer is a bit slow today.
Hmm.
No problem. Welcome
Yeah.
here. And if it helps, you can also take away the picture. Sometimes it helps if you are just with your audio, and it's helping to make the internet connection a little bit faster.
Okay,
You can,
I will try switching off the camera so that audio can be faster.
yes, exactly. I think that will be good. And Dudumna, you can do the same if you want. Just try to connect with your audio so that we can also hear you. Okay, let me see what will work. All right,
Yeah.
technology. Here we are
Yeah.
creating digital digital connections throughout the world.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to have you here, guys. So let's try the audios. Hi, Christian. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you. Finally, the phone is cooperating with letting me switch off the camera. It seems to have a life of its own.
Nice. It's perfect. And then I have Udumna also in the picture. Udumna, can you hear us? Okay.
Yes,
Maybe
even
you
though the
can.
network keeps fluctuating, so the voices are breaking.
Yeah, I think your connection is also a bit slow. So tonight we are experiencing what does it mean to talk with different kind of people from different parts of the world. Like Udoma is in Lagos, and it's sometimes hard to do the connections as we would like to have it. So I will let you try to off your cameras
Udama,
and
maybe you want to switch off.
yeah, maybe off your
Yes.
camera so that we can just have you with your voice, your audio. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's continue. We are here to talk about
Yeah.
the digital wealth, and digital wealth can be understood just like Ambrin said, not just for the money itself, not just for the real financial wealth, but also in a bigger, broader perspective. It can be a wealth of knowledge, it can be a wealth of resources, and it can be our personal wealth by meaning that we are okay and we can sustain ourselves on a level that secures our livelihood, right? So wealth is not
Yeah.
about the quantity, about how much money, how many cars you have. It's
Yeah.
actually about our own what is enough for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all about that, how we feel about it's wealth itself is not, I would say, a tangible thing. It's all the mindset. Because you know that if we see a lot of people who may have a lot of, let's say, a big financial accounts or bank account or something, but if they themselves don't feel uh, wealthy, they will be chasing the money all this thing. And that's what I think, I feel it is important to realize that what do you want at the end of the day. It's something that you want, uh, like a money, or something that you want to create a real impact. And that is what exactly the wealth is, like the way, absolutely, the way you're doing, you brought all the community together, you're sharing all the knowledge, and you are creating a, like, a true impact in this world. And that itself brings a lot of wealth, I would say. It's not only, just as you mentioned, in terms of monetary benefit. It is empowering people. I mean, I've seen a lot of people who are just working in their silos, somewhere around the world, maybe in Africa or in Middle East, like even myself, like, but we are all together connected. We collate our minds together, we collaborate with each other, and we feel good, that's what exactly it is meant to be. That when we share uh, our knowledge, when we share our vision, that's what bring people together, and that's what help bring make communities, and that's what creates more impact. And I think that is the true wealth the world need at that point in time.
I'm so happy that we are so aligned, and I would
Yeah.
like to also ask Christian about it. So, Christian, what is digital wealth for you? What is wealth for you as a person? Let me see if she's here.
Yeah, while listening to what Amrin was saying just now, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I think you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yes, we were asking a question. What
Okay.
wealth means to you? What is digital wealth for you?
Yeah. Okay. So when Amrin was talking just now, the word that what was coming to me, the thought that came to me was, wealth could be a wealth of talents, knowledge, network, skills. It doesn't necessarily have to be about money, even though that's the very common and popular definition that most people think of when it comes to wealth. Okay. And then in terms of digital wealth, it's resources, like different presence on social media, like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and other platforms, like even e-commerce site, like Shopee and Lazada. Only a few months ago I realized that I can sell my services on Shopee. Okay, so there are so many new things that you can learn, but you learn from others, and uh, you need more exposure from others.
And do you think, guys, that also, for example, followers, as an influencer, you have followers. So followers mean also some kind of a wealth, right? Some kind of your kind of tribe that is behind you. That's also a form of wealth, right?
Yeah, I think that, it's
Correct,
again, I would
correct. The
say that.
community that you set up 3 years ago, Andrea.
The- there is a big lag in the communication. I think we need to stick to the original setup. I'm trying to include Christian and Dudumna, but I think it's not the day today.
Yeah, sometimes, these are the like digital glitches that we need, that happens when even when we try to create the digital world. It's like,
We are
sometimes,
talking
yeah.
about spooky things, digital wealth, and I'm going,
I'm
oh,
here. You can hear me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, we can, but I think the connection is super slow. And so I think I will just excuse you for tonight, Christian. If you would like to stay here to listen, I think it's okay. But for the sake of the audience, I think it's better if I keep on going with Embrin. And then
Sure.
if you have anything, please feel free to share in the comments, Christian, so that we can also include you in the conversation. So let's continue and bring together so
Sure.
that we can give value, because at the end it's always about solutions. So we want to still
Yeah.
give the value until we are here. We have around, let's say, 15 minutes. We can keep the audience with us and talk about digital wealth. So we were at the point when we wanted to define what wealth means and what
Yeah.
is exactly the meaning for you, for me, for everyone else. And Christian was also saying that for her it's also something more bigger than the monetary and the tangible part. It's more about what you create and what in your power, in your resources, what makes you resourceful, that will become your wealth, right? So we can all agree. And when we go to digital wealth, so let's go further, dig deeper in this definition. When we say digital wealth, what comes to your mind, Emreen?
To be honest, like it's the all the prior knowledge of the wealth and the digital wealth, but in my mind the bitcoins comes first. Because that I think that I could think of, that digital wealth is the way the wealth or the money itself is transformed into the digital, I would say, entity. And and the way it is moving towards the digitization, it's, I feel that it's the bitcoin and the other digital forms of nfcs or something like that.
I think yes, there is something that we need to know, that like there is the creation of the money, the creation of the
Mhm.
wealth, and there is
Mhm.
a spending of the wealth, and then there is also the tunnels or the tools that are making it possible for us to circulate the money, right? In ecosystem, it's all about how it circulates. Or when you talk about not money but resources, like any kind of knowledge online, it also has to have a system that is circulating it. So there is an input of knowledge and there is an output of knowledge that people are using, a supply and demand. And this makes it so interesting that it's cross bordering now. So it's going international, it's going global, and whatever was only available in your local neighborhood library, now
Yeah.
it's available on the other side of the world for everyone, right?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the thing is that it's a lot of a lot of people usually think that wealth is something that is usually traded to buy a product, right? To buy a product or something. But the thing is that nowadays, if you look at the digital platform, a lot of things are available free of cost.
Mhm.
So the thing is, that's why the definition of wealth is changing, right? It's not about just selling product, it's not about earning more money. About it's all about, it's all about the mindset, it's all about creating an impact. And as you just said, that how resourceful we are, there is a lot of information already available. People are can just google it. Even like my 7-year-old kids just say that, if they don't find, they if they have some homework or something they couldn't find, they just google it. They don't stuck, they don't find it stuck in so anyway. So in like, people are more empowered anyways, they know their way out. So it's not, if we are just stuck, or if we just focus on creating a wealth by selling the product, it will never give us the, eventually we wouldn't get the monetary benefit the way we want, because you know what, that the world is evolving, it is changing. The concept of wealth is not, is just of gaining some monetary benefit. It is something more than that, as we already discussed. It's about how resourceful we can be, and how resourceful the other person, how we can help people to gather resources. So even like you see, the lot of coaches, the lot of mentors that they are doing is, it's just they are helping, guiding people that how they can actually find their way to earn their living or something. It's just that they are empowering people. They're all there, the knowledge, information, I would just say that it's all there. People just need to write few words to Google, and they will get like a tons and wealth of knowledge. And it's there, like, you know, you, if you want to create a course, if you want to do this, it's all there. It's
And
just that yeah, you can try, when you think beyond earning the money, that is how you actually try to gain more wealth and earn more. Yeah.
I think this is the exciting part, that digital wealth and the shift what we have in our society right now, because with the cryptocurrency and all the digital currencies and the alternative currencies came into the world because the existing systems of our current financial system or economical system is just not working and not serving the people anymore. So there was a need, which is very interesting, to create
Yeah.
something out of the system. And
Yeah.
now those who are in the system, the original one, they also want to join in into the alternative system, and it's creating a whole shift in how we believe the world works, and how we exchange services, and how we make sure that, okay, that is a non-existing property, but I pay for it because it becomes a property in the digital world, and that
Yeah.
is still mine. So it's duplicating the existing world into two different parallel universes, if I say so. And
Yeah.
have two different kind of lives in two different ways. I mean, this is just mind blowing to think about, that you can have two parallel lives, and I'm just hoping for it, that everyone will be able to catch up with both of their lives.
Yeah, yeah, actually you point out so amazing point here, that you know, there is a need, because you know there are a lot of people who are like as we just spoke about it, they selling products, and this is, so this is one part, but there is another need that is, you know, coming up, and that's like, it's the need to create an ecosystem where people can, you know, just live together by just sharing the resources, by sharing their knowledge, by sharing their other this model is evolving. We've seen that, you know, people who refuse to actually go by the conservative way, there are lots of things, as we also discussed in the last panel, like, you know, the way BNB kind of came up. It's not, they didn't invest on anything, they just created a community where people offering something, and that's how it is, and that's how it is evolving. The world is, you see a lot of like cloud based services, you know, there is nothing in real, like people have few bits and pieces of things, and then they are just uh, sharing their resources, which is on the cloud base, which is not there. So there's nothing, like I would say, there's no one control system, but like
Mhm.
people are coming together and just sharing, and that's what exactly it is, creating a healthy ecosystem, I think. And that would be now more exciting times, and we need to see that how it is evolving, because again, it's the shared resources, and people are sharing, and that's gaining more benefit from like sharing their resources and utilizing the others resources at the same time.
Yeah, it reminds me of the open resource programming and the open
Yeah.
resource platforms and applications that are already available everywhere around the world, that you can
Yeah.
go and you can find a website which is not using so much space, or which is available also in countries where normally they cannot allow to be on such a speed internet and have a wide bandwidth, right?
Yeah.
So they create websites which are actually only using a minimal amount of data, and it can run on low speed systems. So those people who are coming from those areas of the world, they can also access knowledge, and how beautiful this is. that
Yeah.
it becomes more accessible, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, this sort of the working the scenarios that coming up is amazing because people from everywhere coming. But again, here there is like I would again say that the Google came up and they started sharing that, like, the it was just a search engine,
Yes,
but
at
then
the beginning.
again, like it started it brought all these websites which are there on the internet. It's all bring together, right? Again, I would say that this is again coming together, but there are lots of loopholes in that, and there's again lots of things coming up that the way our privacy are being intruded. And this it is like, again, when we're sharing something, we are at a loss of something as well. So
Yeah,
this is,
exactly. Because this is all like most of the social media platform, they are saying that when you are sharing something on their platform, then that is not anymore belonging only to you. So you are kind of like willingly giving away your knowledge and whatever you have, and they can in the future give it and program it into robots and all those, how they are building curriculums for the future. And it's just crazy how it's not aligned, like the system is too fast to grow, and the people, the protection for the people and their knowledge and their data and everything behind, it's just not going as fast. And that's what I feel.
yeah, I mean that's amazing. That, like, it social media or this digitization is amazing that it brings us together. Yet we lose our identity as well sometimes. That, because we are happily giving our sort of rights of privacy, and like they can, like, anybody can get into our profile or something, and like a lot of like our information is available, and which can be used, let's see, any by anyone, by us, and we don't know how it can be used. So yeah, that's the danger. So
And there is another aspect of it, because we talked about what is digital wealth, what is all the things that are below this big bubble. But we also talked about the dangers and we talked about the positivity, but we never talked about the opportunities.
yeah,
So digital wealth and digital environments are creating amazing opportunities to earn money, to earn their livelihood for those who can normally in their own environment not do that, and those who cannot travel, right?
yes,
That's
yes,
something
yes.
fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the amazing opportunities it offers, and like I can share my example, the way I actually launched my book. I was sitting here somewhere, but my book is available like globally. People from the entire world, they can access it, and they know me. It's just that, it's something that it's amazing that I didn't have to go out from my home actually to sell my book, yet it is available. A lot of people know me, and a lot of this kind of opportunity it provides is it's mind blowing, because that's the reach to the audience. It's much wider, and we can reach out to anyone. We can, and like, we if I can share my journey, like, when I started sharing my thoughts and my ideas 2 years back on the LinkedIn. So, like, I started creating sort of a community, or people started following me. And similarly, there are lots of other communities out there, at the Facebook or on some other platforms. So when you find the right tribe for you, it actually empowers you to do a lot more than you could actually ever think of. So if I could even look back at myself like 5 years back, I was literally no one. Nobody knew me. Nobody knows that what exactly I'm doing. Although I was like writing my articles, like sharing on the different platform, yet my identity was much, I would say, lesser as compared to now. It's only because I was now more active on social media or
Okay.
on other digital platforms. I speak to the like different like this summit or to other like events, which actually gives me opportunity to convey my message to the right audience, and that is amazing. And I would just say, one time I would just share my example here that I shared a post on LinkedIn and someone contacted me at that time. It was like 2 years back, and she was very, very depressed. And it's just like, I think your post is really good. It motivates me something. And she said that she was about to actually commit suicide, and I was like, literally, my heart
What
actually
to
just
do?
skipped the beat. That, oh my god, she's about to commit suicide. I need to keep her too, so she doesn't go anywhere. So anyways, I kept her engaged, and then she like, but then she felt, she shared that, that she was going through a lot of depression, but just my post or my words like that helped her change her mind. So this sort of impact we could create, like, I was sitting here and she was in like in US or somewhere, so like 1,000 miles away, but we could create an impact in someone's life, and God forbid if she had not seen like my post or something, she was like already all set to, would have taken the life. So these sort of things, I feel this is the opportunities that you don't know, whatever, like when you share your knowledge, when you're doing a lot of things on the digital level, you are creating a true impact in this world, and that is what gives you more opportunities. And a lot of people, again, they can earn money from this, because this is so easy to create your identity on the digitally. You don't have to go and sell your product door to door. You just have to make, let's say, the Amazon or the other these kind of websites. You just be there, and then you start offering your solution to the people, and then people will start trusting you. So I think in current times, earning is easier if you are creating the digital identity, digital footprint on these digital platforms and on social media. It offers a lot more opportunities to connect with the right audience, to have a wider reach to the audience,
And
and to create.
it's also giving freedom to people who are normally pushed aside. I think that Udumna is writing in the chat that digital wealth has crushed the limit on age wealth acquisition, which is so important. That
Yeah,
the people who are already out of the they are retired, or they cannot just because of their age earn money, whether they are too young or whether they are too old.
yeah,
Now they can be online and they can earn that money, and they can either just uh, create the base for the living, for the
yeah,
life, or secure the end part, which is normally, that's the thing, that it should be the most beautiful part, and it's solving a situation that was unsolvable until now, because generation had to take care of each other. And if
yes.
some generation is overburdened, then how could they take care of the next generation? So it's just amazing
Yeah,
opportunity.
absolutely. A lot of housewives are there who are offering like these solutions. They're offering a lot of courses, tuition, and like I've seen a lot of housewives who are offering like baking services, like, or something. And through they just provided, they made their digital platform and they're selling the product. It gives an easy access to the wider reach. That's what it is. And as you said, like, people who are older enough, they're more aged, they might have more time, but and yet they have wealth of experience, which they can share. When they share with the other people, they can benefit. And that's how it is, that they are now offering lots of solution, their products to the other people, because just they can just start sharing the solution, that how they can
They
offer.
got a platform to
Yes.
express what they have. And I have also two different definitions here, because Krishan and Udumna, they didn't leave. They are just here and trying
That's
to
great.
use another solution, because digital makes it possible. So Krishan
Yes.
is saying, when I think about the word wealth, to me, I think of knowledge, skills, talent, your network and connections. So digital wealth is about your presence and engagement in selected social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, including e-commerce sites such as Shopee and Lazada and Amazon. So that was her take on it. And Udumna is also writing Digital Wealth is to me about building wealth using one skill, expertise, talents, knowledge, and I guess commonest, ignored experience using the internet. It was a global opportunity that makes wealth creation easier and faster.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you
It,
so for Thank you for
yeah.
adding it, guys.
Yeah, we're missing them actually because it's like to have a panel discussion is always so lively to get their views and
Different
to and
views and
yeah,
opportunities. So yeah,
absolutely.
maybe we will repeat it at another time. But yeah, I'm so thankful for you for supporting in this and for
No, no,
staying
no.
here. And I think it was just great like this. We give a little bit of overview of what digital wealth it is and how we imagine it, not just for money but also for other things that we have as resources. Uduma and also Christian was sharing with us their own, actually their own perspectives and their own takes on that, like giving opportunities to others, different age groups, creating more opportunities for those who are normally left behind. And
Mhm.
as a last point, Udoma is also giving here a point of digital wealth has made it easier to make money without doing the whole work or actually owning a factory, but using e-commerce platforms to source products to sell, which is actually something that very interesting because the whole e-commerce model was coming from it that you don't need to produce the things, you just
Mhm.
resell the things that you find online. So you never touch that product and you are reselling it to someone. Very, very
Yeah.
interesting perspective, Udumna. And then we are closing the conversation very soon, but I want to read out Christian's words. So almost 5 years ago, when I started offering written communication services, I used primarily Facebook to create awareness and market it. And 2 years ago, she started LinkedIn. And 1 year ago, she started Instagram and having a podcast and video. And all this, what you said, it's her digital footprint, right? What she was creating.
I would also add here that digitalization it's making it more easy, especially like automation also. The thing is these tools are so makes our life so easy that especially like when we want to, let's say, plan it, where they're all organizers there. We just need to put the information and then it's done so easily. So digital wealth, or I would say that when we think of earning money or something, it becomes easy when we are creating digital work. We created a chatbot, so whenever whoever lands on a website, they get they get the customized sort of a response. So these things have made our life more easy, and that's why we need all these these digital platform help us to serve our customers better as well, because
Better,
we know
yes.
like all the AIs and automation, it's so fast now. We don't have to spend a lot of time in connecting with the people. It's all automated. We just send one email and then send it to the thousands of the subscriber, so they get notified that okay, our new program is coming. So these are the things that help us empower us as well.
Help us to concentrate on the things that we are really good at and then
Absolutely.
we can thrive. So yeah, it's amazing the technology and amazing intakes. Thank you so much, Ambrin, for joining me. I think we close the discussion here, and because we don't have such a big panel.
Yeah, but I think we did a wonderful job of discussing it. Like we discussed a lot of different aspects, and we covered the entire topic very well.
And we are very determined and supportive people here, still here typing in the chat. So Christian is thanking us for
Yeah,
reading their comments so that
yeah,
they can
most
also be
welcome.
part of the discussion. So of course you are. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Have a nice
Yeah,
rest, and we will see you for tomorrow. Tomorrow we
yeah,
have again an exciting day with some more interviews, and also early morning 10 a.m. Malaysia time. We have the habit change masterclass with Angela, and then later on we have a digital wealth workshop or masterclass with Wasim and Michael. So I'm really happy to offer you these things and these masterclasses for the first time in the history of the summit. So please take the most out of it. Have a nice rest, Ambrin. Thank you
Okay,
for being
thank you.
here. Thank you, Uduma, and thank you,
Okay.
Christian, for being here. And thank you, Betty, for supporting us in being here, and Alchen.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay,
Bye,
bye bye.
guys.
Have a great
See
day.
you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye bye.